My name is Jill Erber. I am the owner and cheese lady at Cheesetique Specialty Cheese Shop in Alexandria, Virginia. We are a cheese retail shop. We are also a restaurant, a full-service restaurant. Our typical customers, obviously, somebody who is involved in food, tend to be foodie types, tend to be people that like to experiment with different types of foods. It's purely a symbolic gesture because when people think of Roquefort, similar to when they think of foie gras, truffles, champagne, they think of France. Therefore, I will no longer be able to get Roquefort, and therefore my customers will no longer be able to get Roquefort. So sadly, it will not even be a decision that I will be able to make as a business. It will be one that will be made for me. As our own form of sort of culinary protest, we at Cheesetique actually reduced the price that we sell Roquefort from around $35 a pound down to $20 a pound. In other words, the price that we pay for it. It has to do with like this big tariff just got instituted, and so we're protesting. And it has been our proclamation that we will continue to sell Roquefort until we are no longer able to get Roquefort at the price that we pay for it. So it will be an interesting exercise for people to see how that price continues to go up based on how we continue to pay more and more for this cheese. It's not just an issue for the wealthy. No matter what class you are, no matter what income you are, these types of protectionist measures can eventually damage everyone in all circles. So even though this is a relatively luxury item, the sentiment here is not one of luxury at all. It's one of removing everyone's freedom of choice. If the government can punitively impose something like this, what else will be the result of these types of protectionist measures? How will our ability to make our own free choices, both as business owners, as importers, as retailers, as restaurateurs, but also as consumers? There's going to be less choice out there. Choices will be made for you instead of you being able to make your own choice. Instead of being able to walk into my shop and say, wow, Roquefort looks delicious, but wow, is that pricey? I'm going to pass on that for now. You won't even have the option of doing so. That decision, again, will have been made for you months before you entered my shop. For the government to tell me that I no longer even have that choice, whatever the context, is very problematic to me and very troublesome. So what I'm trying to communicate to people is Roquefort, small, not really a big deal in the scheme of things. Symbolically, huge. Beginning of a very slippery slope, huge. Because of its very high price, again, it's not what I would consider to be a huge seller. Normally, Roquefort, I would say we maybe sell in a week period a pound of Roquefort is reasonable. In the past 2 days, we've sold 16 pounds.